Hi everyone. In this video, we'll be discussing on how to find the day of the week for any given date. There are certain things that we should know before solving the problem. Last day of BC is considered to be a Sunday. Therefore, first day of AD is a Monday. So from first day of AD to a given date, if we get 0 odd day means it is a Sunday. 1 odd day means it is a Monday. 6 odd days means Saturday. That means while solving a problem, if we get the number of odd days as 0, the answer is Sunday. Now we will calculate the number of odd days in the first 100 years. The first 100 years we can split into leap years and non-leap years. In order to find number of leap years in first 100 years, divide 100 by 4. You will get it as 25. But in this 25, 100th year is also included. 100 is a century. For a century to be a leap year, it must be divisible by 400. Hence, 100th year is a non-leap year. Therefore, we will get 24 leap years and 76 non-leap years. We know that every year has one odd day and every leap year has 2 odd days. Therefore, 24 leap year means 24 into 2, 48 odd days. And 76 non-leap years means 76 into 1, 76 odd days. Therefore, total 124 odd days. Now, 124 odd days means 124 divided by 7. Remainder is 5. 5 odd days. Hence, we got in the first 100 years 5 odd days. Therefore, 200 years it will be 10. 10 odd days means 10 divided by 7, remainder 3 odd days. 300 years 15. Now 15 divided by 7, remainder 1 odd day. 400 year it will be 20, but 400 is a century, that is a leap year. Therefore 20 plus 1. 21 odd days, that means 0 odd day. This pattern will repeat. That means 500 years means you can split it as 400 plus 100. Therefore 0 plus 5 odd days likewise. So all you need is to know the pattern 5310. Rest of the things I explained just to give you a clarity. In order to solve the problem, what we need is the pattern. That is 5310. Example. What was the day of the week on Jan 2nd, 2010? For solving the problem, first we need to split the date. For that, initially we need to identify a century that is close to the given year. Why we need a century that is leap year? Because in the previous slide we have seen that for the first 400 years the number of odd days is 0. That means for every multiple of 400 the number of odd days is going to be 0. That means for every century that is a leap year will have number of odd days as 0. And 0 is always easy to calculate. So while solving problem, we'll always start with a century that is a leap year. Here 2000 is a century that is a leap year close to the given year. So we'll write 2000 first. Now 9 more years. That means up to 2009 December 31st we are calculating. Why I didn't take 10 years? Because if I write 10 here, I'll be considering entire of 2010. But what I need is just 2 days. That's why we are considering only 9 years. It means up to 2009 December 31st. Now 2 more days. 2000 is a century that is a leap year. That means number of odd days will be 0. 9 years. Now we have to calculate number of odd days in this 9 years. We know that every year has 1 odd day and every leap year has 2 odd days. And we have to calculate number of odd days in this 9 years. For that, first we need to find out how many leap years are in this 9 years. So divide 9 by 4, you'll get quotient as 2. That means in this 9 years, 2 years are leap year, 2004 and 2008, right? So 9 years will have 1 odd day and additional 2 leap years will have additional 2 more days. That means 9 plus 2 total 11 odd days will be there. Now 11 odd days means 11 divided by 7 remainder 4. Hope you understand that. We need to identify number of odd days in this 9 years. For that, first we need to check in this 9 years how many years are leap years and how many years are non-leap years. 9 years we got that 2 years are leap years. So that means 7 non-leap years and 2 leap years. We know that every year will have 1 odd day and every leap year will have 2 odd day. So 9 years will have 9 odd day. Now in that 9, 2 are leap years, so 2 more additional day will be there. So 9 plus 2, 11 is the total number of odd days. So 11 divided by 7 remainder 4. So 9 years will have 4 odd days. Now 2 more days, Jan 2 days are there, right? So 2 more days. So total 4 plus 2, that is 6 odd days. 6 odd day means it is a Saturday. Example 2. Find which day of the week we got independence. Which day of the week is 15th August 1947. So we have to split the given year. How we will split? We can write it as 1946 complete years, and since the entire 47th year is not there, we have to write it month-wise. That means January to August 15th. We'll see how it is done. So first we have to identify a century that is close to the given year. That is 1946. Century that is a leap year means a multiple of 400. So 400, 800, 1200, 1600, right? So we'll write 1600. Now how many more years to go? Remaining 346 years, right? We know how to calculate number of odd days for centuries. So we'll split it like that. 346, we will write it as 300 plus 46. So entire 1946 years we have split it up. Now from Jan to August. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Let's calculate number of odd days. 1600 is a century that is a leap year. That means number of odd days will be 0. 300 years we have calculated earlier, right? The pattern is 5310. So number of odd days for 300 years will be 1. Now 46 years. Like in the previous question, we know that in order to calculate number of odd days in the 46 years, first we will have to see in this 46 years how many leap years are there and how many non-leap years are there. For that, first divide 46 by 4. We'll get the quotient as 11. That means in this 46 years, 11 years are leap year. So every year has 1 odd day and every leap year has 2 odd days. So 46 years will have 46 odd days and this 11 years will have additional 1 more day. So total number of odd days will be 46 plus 11, that is 57. Now 57 odd days means 57 divided by 7 remainder 1, that is 1 odd day. Moving on, January has 31 days. That means 31 divided by 7 remainder 3 odd days. February, it is a non-leap year. That means 28 days. 28 divided by 7 remainder 0 odd days. March again 31 days. So 31 divided by 7 remainder 3. April 30 days. 30 divided by 7 remainder 2. May 31 days. 31 divided by 7, remainder 3. June, 30 days, 30 divided by 7, 2 days. July again, 31 days, 31 divided by 7, 3 days. Now August, we need only 15 days. So 15 divided by 7, remainder 1. Now we'll sum up all days. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. 8 odd days means 8 divided by 7, remainder 1. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 means 8 divided by 7, remainder 1. 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So you got number of odd days as 5. Now 5 odd days means it is a Friday. We got independence on a Friday. Now this is going to make our problem solving a little more easier and faster. Number of odd days from January to June. For a normal year it is 6 and for a leap year it is 0. And from January to September, for a normal year it is 0 and for a leap year it is 1. Therefore, in the previous question, instead of calculating number of odd days from January to June, you can straight away write it as 6. So that will make our problem solving little more easier.